Okay. I did mention in the last video that I would pull out my soul ring. It's one of the Mortal Men ones, and it is obviously not serialized, but thought I'd bring that out. Show y'all that. Today we're gonna be opening pre-release boxes. I have 2 of them, but we'll open them in 2 different videos. So we'll start with this one. I'm hoping to get that pre-release die that is specific to the pre-release boxes. And I'm hoping it's like the special one. So each of these has the text saying, "It's a dangerous business, Frodo, going out of your door. You step into the road, and if you don't keep your feet, there's no knowing where you might be swept off to." Said by Bilbo. So let's get into it. I'm gonna set this aside. I want to save the art because the first time I didn't realize that there was art in the box and completely destroyed it. I really like how it has the text right here. Once you pull the perforation off, one ring to rule them all. And then we've got Frodo on the back. Super cool. Okay, let's jump into it. I think this comes with 6 draft booster. Ooh, and it looks like we did get the die. I think this is the special die that comes in the boxes. Last time I got a little checkered one, like spotted. So got lucky here. I don't remember what color it was that I got last time, so I'll have to pull that out as well. And let's keep the pre-release cards covered for now. We'll look at those last. I'm hoping to get a 1 ring. I saw that it's possible to get a 1 ring pre-release stamped. So keeping my fingers crossed for that. I've only gotten 1 other pre-release box, and it was a Goldberry River Daughter. So it's funny because since I've opened all the stuff that I've gotten after pre-release, I didn't actually attend pre-release, but it was one of the first things I got. Since I've opened, I haven't gotten any Goldberry River Daughter cards, aside from in the scroll showcase. Our first comment is actually a really good comment, Lorien revealed. Then we've got Hobbit Sting, Ent's Fury. That's a good one, I believe, as well. Coral's End, Mordor Trebuchet, Ithilien Kingfisher, Pippin's Bravery, Bewitching Leechcraft, Dunlin Crebain. I really like the artwork on Dunlin Crebain. Super epic with the, I guess it's supposed to be the moon in the background, but it looks really awesome. The artwork on that. Shower of Arrows, Saruman the White. When I first pulled this card, I thought it was like a really, really good card to pull. It's an uncommon. It's not one of the like more rare mythic Saruman cards. So needless to say, I was wrong on my idea of it being a super epic card in terms of like pricing. But we've got Gollum's Bite, Legolas Counter of Kills. For our rare, we've got Elrond Master of Healing. Nice. This one for me has been hard to pull for some reason. I don't know if I have it, but it's a good one just for the sake of pulling something that has been hard for me to pull. And then we've got our mountain and our ring emblem card. The ring, and the ring tempts you. I'm curious to know if anybody's actually played with this in their Magic the Gathering games, and did you like that extra addition to the game? Because I know it's a new one, specific to the Lord of the Rings set, so curious to know how y'all feel about it if you actually play Magic. I've played very little, a little bit on Arena, not any actually in like person or anything. I'm not very good at the game, so comment below if you have used this mechanic and if you find it to be a fun mechanic to play with. Okay, our next draft booster pack is Treason of Isengard. Another Lorien revealed, nice. Hobbit's Sting. Another Int's Fury, perfect. I'll have to check to see if Int's Fury is worth anything at this point, but I believe it is, even though it's a common. It might be another card I'm thinking about. A lot of the Int cards are worth more than typical cards, like Intish Restoration, for instance. Then we've got Coral's End, Mordor Trebuchet, Mirkwood Bats. I've seen that this card has gotten a lot of like people excited about it. I know it's a flying card, which I personally like to use those cards when I do play Magic. But I'm curious to know is if any of y'all know the reasoning behind why this card is so sought after. Comment below. Okay, Birthday Escape. Uruk-hai Berserker. Council's Deliberation. Fiery Inscription. Now, I gotta say, I love the artwork of this card. The last time we saw it, like in a video of mine, is in the last video, and it was in the Scroll Showcase, which does not depict the awesomeness and epicness of this artwork, in my opinion, in the Scroll Showcase. So I like that we got to pull it in the regular, you know, before Scroll Showcase was added to the set. Bitter Downfall. Oh. Ooh, a mythic, Spiteful Banditry. I'm pretty sure I don't have this card yet. I think I have it in where it's not borderless, like the bordered version. And I think I still only have one version of it. I either am missing the foiled or the non-foiled version, but I know I don't have it in the scene card. So super, super epic pull for me today. And then we've got a common foiled Now for Wrath, Now for Ruin card. Wow, okay, so I'm happy about this. Even if we don't pull a One Ring, Spiteful Banditry in the scene card is pretty epic. And then we do get a land card with the map land on it. I personally, if I were to be playing Magic a lot and play mainly with cards from this set, which I would definitely be doing, I personally don't think I'd play with the map cards as much as I like them the most in terms of collecting. I feel like it's harder to tell the difference between just like a mountain card with the clearly obvious like mountain parts to it, I guess, especially the little emblem there. I don't know. Do y'all prefer to play with ones that are more like what you typically see in Magic? Or would this be simple to play with? I don't know, I feel like it would confuse me. I'd be having to check more around the card to make sure I'm using the right one. Even though it says right at the top, I feel like it'd be a little more confusing. I feel like that's why most of the people who do play Magic don't like the full land cards as much, but as a Lord of the Rings fan, I personally love the Magic mapped cards for the Lord of the Rings set. Okay, on to our next one, Gimli's Fury, The Torment of Gollum, Isolation at Orthanc, Slip on the Ring, Generous Ent. See, this is another Ent card that I'm like, I think this one's worth something decent, but again, all the Ent cards to me feel like they're worth something, especially because I'm still waiting on Last March of the Ents to pop up. I think I have it in the foiled version, but not non-foiled. Okay, Rohirrim Lancer, Cirith Ungol Patrol, Nimble Hobbit, Great Hall of the Citadel, Many Partings. I have so many partings. It's outrageous. Both in this card from like the main set, but also like the scene unbordered version. And our first uncommon, Stone of Eric, I guess is how you say it, not sure. Mahur, Orc High Captain. Landreval, Horizon Witness. And for our rare, Press the Enemy. Nice. I like the artwork on this one too, super epic. Yeah, it's depicting Aragorn holding Narsil, Anduril, the blade that has been reforged, showing Sauron in the Palantir, all of the terms from the Lord of the Rings, showing him that the blade has been reforged. And the flavor text is, I showed the blade reforged to him. He is not so mighty yet that he is above fear. I love the artwork on that. I feel like this card should be worth more. I don't think it's worth too much, but I feel like it should be worth more just for the simple reason being that the artwork is super badass. And then we've got our planes and a spirit token. Cool. Shocking to get a spirit token and the tokens that aren't like double-sided here. These are way easier to open than the other packs. And I don't really have to be super careful with them, seeing as there's no chance at a serialized card in these decks, or these packs rather. But since I collect them, especially since there are some that I don't have yet, still want to be careful. Arwen's Gift, Second Breakfast, Chance Met Elves, Erebor Flamesmith, Sam's Desperate Rescue, Glorious Gale, Escape from Orthanc, Shire Scarecrow, Lothlorien Lookout, Oliphant, Stu the Conies. Silly as it is, I don't have Stu the Conies in foil. I have it in non-foil, but not foil, so keep a lookout for that too. Goblin Fire Leaper, Gandalf, Friend of the Shire, in the Ring Showcase. And for our rare Mithril Coat, you can never be unhappy about pulling a Mithril Coat since these are worth a decent amount. I love the artwork on that as well. Oh, that's not a mythic, but it deserves to be a mythic in my opinion. Then our Swamp and Treasure Token. We have 2 left, and still not a ring, which is fine, but that'd be cool. I guess if we want a ring, we want it to be in a promo stamped version, but again, the one ring is one you can never be unhappy about pulling in any version. Gimli's Axe, Ithilien Kingfisher, Second Breakfast. All the food they have in this picture is like so epic. It really speaks to how the hobbits are fond of food. As the flavor text says, the hobbits of the Shire were fond of 6 meals a day when they could get them. So pour all of the hobbits, Bilbo to start with and the Hobbit, and then all the other hobbits once they become part of the Fellowship, and before even having to go with like very little food on their trips and journeys. Especially because they wanted 6 meals a day. I can't imagine going from that to lembas bread. So it makes sense Pippin just gorged himself on it once they got some. Okay, Chance Met Elves. Erebor Flamesmith. Sam's Desperate Rescue. Inherited Envelope. Improvised Club. Nasty End. This was one of my first cards I ever pulled, and when I pulled it, I thought it was like a really good card, again, like the Saruman card, thinking it was like really worth something amazing, but it wasn't. Long List of the Ents, Grima Wormtongue, Peregrine Took, and Mines of Moria. Nice. I think I already have this card, but still super cool. Oh, and then we have another card, uncommon, and it's a foil, Veer Fire Foes. Cool. Oh, uncommon. And then we've got a mountain in the map lands with Rohan and Gondor. I like this map one. Shows Minas Tirith even. Super cool. Then a human soldier token. And for our next and final pack, let's see what we get. Okay, Greyhaven's Navigator, Stalwarts of Osgiliath. That's a super epic art as well. Galadrim Guide, Fire of Orthanc, The Black Breath, Hithlane Knots, Shire Terrace, Now for Wrath, Now for Ruin, and non-foil, Enraged Hjorn, East Farthing Farmer, Quick Beam Upstart Ent. He's another I have so many of. Especially from the set booster boxes I ordered in the very beginning. Voracious Fellbeast, Rising of the Day, Shelob, Child of Ungoliant for our rare card. Nice. Forest and Food. Okay, now for our pre-release stuff. I didn't realize before that this had a quote on it too. Super cool. It's Aragorn with the 4 hobbits, and it says, "But I am the real Strider, fortunately. I am Aragorn, son of Arathorn, and if by life or death I can save you, I will." Super cool. And then another emblem. And let's see. Oh, it's not the actual ring I was hoping for, but one ring to rule them all. Still, that's a harder rare to pull in my experience. And we'll see which of the scene cards we ended up with for our other pre-release card. I think I got Bilbo Birthday Celebrant for my first pre-release. So Gandalf, Friend of the Shire, nice to get. I think there are 4 or 6. I don't recall exactly, but there are a handful of them for this scene. And Gandalf is not one I had previously, so I'm very happy with this first pre-release box. And then my arena code. Nice. And I always love getting the dividers because me having so many of these Lord of the Rings set cards at this point, it sure helps keeping them organized. So we definitely got a very good box this time around. I'm very happy with this die that we got, because this is why I ordered a few more of these pre-release boxes, is specifically hoping for the die and also hoping for some good pre-release cards as well, which I did get this time around. So completely happy with this.